So, lads, Candace Parker is about to break the entire WNBA with this podcast because she doesn't care. She does not care at all about who she pisses off. And you know what? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Like Candace Parker, I will say this. There's over the course of this podcast, Candace Parker is going to piss us off. Candace Parker is going to piss everybody off. Candace Parker is going to piss off Aaliyah Boston, who's her co-host. Candace Parker is going to go and is going to piss. She's already pissed Angel Reese off. And now she's going to piss off the entire WNBA player base. They're going to try to cancel her for this. Let's take a listen to this one clip for her talking about the All-Star game.
What it can bring about. So I think it was one of the best All-Star games for the, I won't say All-Star games because the game, I'm going to be honest with you, Leah, it was awful. But
what do you mean?
Everybody knows the actual All-Star game might have been the worst display of basketball ever. It might have been, like, it was the NBA All-Star game without the cool dunks. Like, the NBA All-Star game has no effort, but there's always the, oh, people like to see dunks and you can see the highlights. There was always that, but people like this argument for the NBA one. It is the NBA dunk contest without any of the positives. Without any of the positives. It is the negatives of the NBA dunk contest without a single one of the positives. So not a dunk contest, Jesus. NBA All-Star Weekend without a single one of the positives. Friday night was good, though. I like the skills challenge and three-point contest. If that means anything. I like those challenges. I don't think that really means anything, though.
The actual game? Are you kidding me? What you mean? What do I mean?
The vibes were high.
Leah, y'all. And
that is the thing. It's like the game was bad. Oh no, but the vibes were good. Nobody cares about the vibes when literally, it drove me to drinking again. Like I've barely drank. I have barely drank in the last 3 years after I got a pulmonary embolism. It drove me to drinking. There has been a bottle of liquor in my office since before I got sick a few years ago. Since before I got sick. And I was so bored that I started drinking. Like, that's how bad the game was.
And hey, listen, I'm going to tell you, you don't have to say anything. So I'm going to preface, I'm going to be your vet. Don't say anything. But y'all cannot come out there with those shirts of pay us what you owe us. Or pay us what you owe us. And then do that in the All-Star game.
Here's the thing, though.
Here's the opportunity. No,
here's the thing. No. Here's the thing.
I'm gonna let you finish, and then I'm gonna
come
back.
We come out every single night, and we show why we deserve the money we deserve.
No, by the way, the Indiana Fever, sure. The problem is that I don't understand. The one argument with these players is I think the players deserve more money. And the reason is because more people are watching than ever. It has nothing to do with how good the players are. Like, if it was purely a meritocracy, like, based on how good a specific player is, then, like, if it was purely, we're only going to pay people based on their talent and how good they are, then why is it that there are specific sports that get paid more than other sports? Some sports get paid less than other sports. And some sports, and then if that was the case, professional women's sports wouldn't exist. It would not exist if it was purely based on how they play. Sports is entertainment. Sports is entertainment, and I'm not going to lie. Way more people would have been entertained by watching Serena Williams than by watching, I'm trying to give a solid but not unbelievably great player from around Serena Williams' era in men's tennis, Fernando Verdasco. Fernando Verdasco was a pretty good tennis player. People would rather watch Serena Williams than Fernando Verdasco. Serena Williams made way more money. People would rather watch Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, or even Aaliyah Boston herself than watch. I'm trying to think of a bullshit player who makes 30 million in the NBA. I know 20 million, Patrick Williams, and he makes 20 million a year. The problem is that it's a salary cap league. It's a salary cap league. If there was no salary cap league, the players that deserve to get paid more will get paid more, but there's a salary cap. And secondly, it's not about, we show every night why we want to play more, why we need to get paid more. Getting paid more is nothing about the product on the court. It is about how many people are watching. Again, the product on the court in the WNBA is better now than it's ever been. I actually agree with that. Because, and the thing is, the stars are still the stars, but there used to be a situation where the bench players just really struggled. There used to be situations where WNBA players sometimes would end up in Ireland during their off seasons, and they would be like just average players. They would be worse than Irish players. But like, they get paid not based on how hard they show up on a Tuesday night. They get paid on how many people are watching and the TV deals, and the TV deals is good, which is why they should get paid more. It's nothing to do with the fact that we show every night. That's bullshit. Like, when it comes to pay, that is absolutely irrelevant. I like Aaliyah Boston, but that point is irrelevant.
An all-star game where when we have another game in 2 days, I think that is okay to just go out there and hoop and have some fun.
They didn't hoop though. Like, I remember watching the game, and I'm like, before the game, they were like, oh, WNBA players try. Rebecca Lobo's there on commentary talking about how WNBA players try. And I'm literally sitting there. I'm just like, okay, when it comes to Rebecca Lobo, or when it comes to these players, I was like, if they give us 30% effort, that's all we need. They gave us 5% effort. They jogged up and down the floor and just ran in open layups. All they had to do is play at 30% speed. At 30%. That's all we needed, was 30%. Treat it like it's a practice session on a Saturday. Like, you were off. Treat it like it's a practice session, like it's a shoot around. Play at the speed of a shoot around. They didn't even play at the speed of a shoot around. Because
on Tuesday, we were back at it, and we were playing, and we were showing once again why we deserve to get paid.
You played one of the worst games ever against the New York Liberty. Like, you were in the game the whole way, and then out of nowhere, they just absolutely blitzed you. The New York Liberty were trolling. They were throwing like no-look touchdown passes down the court. They trolled you for 3 quarters, then turned it on and beat you by 20. Bad way to say it, Aaliyah. And this is the one thing, I probably will agree. I will agree with Candace Parker on this. You got to at least, when 3 million people are watching your game, you got to try. Or when 2 million are watching, you got to try.
Like, I don't understand. I don't understand.
It wasn't the fact that you're doing something to prove why you have to be paid. I think it was just an opportunity to me on one of the biggest stages with those shirts being worn. Everyone always talks about how the NBA does not play in all-star games. But guess what? They come down. They do windmills. They do stuff like that, right? Women, I understand that it is challenging. You all were added 4 to 5 games more this season without compensation, which is unfair. But
that's bullshit, by the way. That is absolute bullshit. Like, the fact the league added 4 more games to every single team, like, the players should be paid 4 more game checks. Like, I actually cannot believe that that did not happen. That every single player, whatever their contract was, they get paid, that they didn't get paid because the salary cap only went up a certain amount. They didn't get paid 4 more game checks. Like, I actually cannot believe that that's the case. Whatever their salary is per game, divide that by 40, then multiply it by 44. I cannot believe that didn't happen. And that is absolute joke on behalf of WNBA. And by the way, I'm not pro WNBA. I think they're screwing the players. I think they're absolutely screwing the players. I just think Candace Parker's right about this topic.
But I think on one of the biggest stages with people tuned in an all-star setting that was invested in more than any other all-star game previously, without Caitlin Clark, right? She was not playing. I think it was an opportunity to really go out there, and it was an added opportunity. It's not going to subtract anything, but I think the narrative on Monday would have been, well, how come the guys don't play in the all-star game? How come these ladies come out there and they hoop and they understand?
She's right. Because that was the narrative last year. The narrative last year was about how great a game it was, and it was calling out the NBA. And let's not forget all the positives that came from WNBA All-Star Weekend because of the effort. And why are the NBA players? That was the narrative last year. And this year the narrative was that the worst All-Star game in history, men's or women's?
Understand the responsibility. Like, I just think that it would have really maximized the moment of wearing the shirt along with giving the product. Because I tried to watch the All-Star game, I'll be honest. But after one slow Euro step and people pulling up for them, I was like, I can't. I'm a fan of the WNBA and I can't watch this. So I just think that, no, you all didn't have to. But I think it was an opportunity that you could have built on, like, more momentum, if that makes sense.
No, it does. It does make sense. But
Candace Parker's right. She's right. She's absolutely right. Like, there's no but there. There's no but. Like, I understand where Leah's coming from. Like, I actually fully understand where Leah's coming from, being like, oh, we deserve to get paid anyway. But at the end of the day, it could have cemented it, because you could have had every single one of these sports shows talking about the All-Star game in a positive light. However, instead, we had no talk about the All-Star game. People credited stud buds for the All-Star weekend being successful. And if the All-Star game was good, it could have been something. And again, all they had to do was play at 30% speed. 30% speed. Like, there were players that barely got out of a jog. Like, I'm not joking when I say this, the highlight on social media for a lot of people was when Angel Reese board tapped. She board tapped and they were saying, look, Angel could dunk if she wanted to. Angel could dunk if she wanted to. And I mean this when I say this. I could board tap 7 months after tearing my Achilles, when I wasn't given a full clearance to go. I was like told to go at like 60-70% and like just do a small kind of 2-foot jumping. I could board tap a layup. Crippled. Like, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And that was the highlight tape. I'm like, I'm sorry. The players actually 100% deserve to get paid more. But the reason why the players deserve to get paid more is not because they go out there and play hard or play. The reason why the NBA players get paid is nothing to do with their actual ability. Because let's be real, Patrick Williams will make more in his career than Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. It's nothing to do with ability. It's purely to do with eyes, viewership numbers, and CBA. But yeah, it is what it is. I'll see you.